Hello Nigerians, you're welcome back to this channel and thank you for joining me once again today. So many persons, so many important personalities in Nigeria who kept quiet while things really went bad during the 2023 general election are now out complaining because of the harsh economic policies that Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his team of economic experts has made that plunged Nigeria into this economic problem right now. You know, so many of them who voted out of tribalistic sentiments and religious sentiments are now out complaining. You see, it when P2B said that we are all in this Nigeria, and you know, when things are going bad, you know, because of your tribe, it won't be easy for anybody. You can't go out there and buy something cheaper than the other person because you are from a certain tribe. No. Now, Aliko Dangote, who we all know as the greatest businessman in Nigeria and one of the richest businessmen in Africa, has actually come out to clash with Ahmed Bola Tinubu in a recent video. And for him to come out to say this simply means that the man is really getting it hot as it stands now. I'm telling you the truth. If somebody like Aliko Dangote can come out openly to tell Ahmed Bola Tinubu that the economic policies are not favoring him and that people can no longer employ, then how about the ones who are managing small-scale businesses? You see it. Now, Aliko Dangote came out to tell Ahmed Bola Tinubu that the increase in interest rate is affecting businesses, and business owners can no longer employ. And that is the reason why we have so much unemployment here in Nigeria at this particular point in time. And remember that P2B actually said this a long time ago when Nigeria, under Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his so-called economic experts in Wale Edun, who is a Minister of Finance, and Yemi Kadaso, who is the Central Bank CBN governor, we are busy increasing the interest rate, thinking that they could use that increased interest rate to fight inflation in Nigeria. But the reverse is the case. Instead of them to be, proactive, fight corruption, because that is the only problem that we are having in Nigeria. That is the only way we are losing so many funds. These politicians, they lose huge amounts of money, and this amount of money don't even go into any project at all. Yet they are busy increasing interest rates. Now, Aliko Dangote, I'm going to share that particular video with you. But before that, let me tell you what our President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his wife are actually up to in this particular country. Now, an international media actually published a video stating how Oluremi actually spent 473 million naira traveling to UK, Kenya, and Mozambique. You see, that goes a long way to tell you what this particular government is up to. They don't even care about the poor masses, the high inflation, how people are actually suffering, and they are spending money on frivolities, things that will never improve the economy of this country. You know, so many small-scale businesses are shutting down. So many multinational corporations in Nigeria are closing down and, leaving the country. Yet that is not even their business. They are busy spending huge amounts of money. Now, I want you to watch this particular video as this international media report this, and when we come back, we now look at other Tinubu's expenditure before we listen to Aliko Dangote.
Well, after the almighty divine being and our revered president, the most gloriously important individual in all of Nigeria is undoubtedly the First Lady, Golden Globes of Africa, Her Majesty Oluremi Tinubu. Truly, her presence is so vital to the well-being of the nation that her extravagant globetrotting must be regarded as a most prudent and necessary investment. It appears our esteemed Nigerian government has once again demonstrated its unwavering commitment to fiscal responsibility and the prudent management of the nation's scarce resources. While the government has tirelessly lamented the chronic inadequacy of its revenue, it has somehow managed to scrape together a staggering 473 million naira to sponsor the trips of our beloved First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, to the United Kingdom, Mozambique, and Ethiopia in the year 2024. Truly, this is the epitome of sound economic stewardship. One can only imagine the level of careful deliberation and foresight that went into allocating such princely sums to ensure the First Lady's comfort and convenience during her globe-trotting adventures. And the icing on the cake, the government's plans to borrow a mere 6.6 trillion naira to plug the budget shortfalls. Clearly, this is a testament to the administration's unwavering commitment to fiscal austerity and the overall well-being of the Nigerian people. Bravo, Nigerian government. Bravo indeed. Here's the breakdown. The sum of 200.2 million naira was spent to sponsor the First Lady's trip to Mozambique in March 2024. The Nigerian government spent the sum of 126.2 million naira to sponsor the trip of the First Lady to London, United Kingdom. The amount was equivalent to $83,967 in March 2024. Another sum of 144.5 million naira was spent to sponsor her trip to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. The trip was made on February 9, 2024. The dollar equivalent of the amount was $96,118. I must say, the level of restraint and prudence demonstrated by our esteemed leaders is truly awe-inspiring. One can only hope that the common folk take solace in the knowledge that their scarce resources are being put to such noble and necessary use, rather than, actually addressing the pressing needs of the populace.
Now, I believe you're listening to that particular report. That is what is happening right now in Nigeria. It's how the president of Nigeria, being Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is spending huge amount of money. Now, look at this particular report here that Aso Rock spent 244 million naira on tires in one day. I don't know how many vehicles they changed the tire, but in a particular day, for the government in Aso Rock under Ahmed Bola Tinubu's watch to be spending this kind of 244 million naira on just tires goes a long way to tell you that what is really happening in Nigeria is at this particular point is pathetic. And I'm telling you the truth. Nigerians need to wake up. They need to wake up. 2027 is approaching, and before you know it now, you see people still going back to vote Ahmed Bola Tinubu, even after they have, experienced this level of hardship in this particular country. Imagine spending 244 million naira on just tires in just one day. You see, begin to ask yourself, there are so many places in the north, so many children that are out of school. This money would have gone a long way to help those people. There are so many communities suffering. So many people are suffering in Nigeria. There is hunger. There is no security in this country yet. This particular government is spending such amount of money on tires in one day. Now, let's listen to Aliko Dangote, and when we come back, we'll just wrap up the video.
Mr. Vice President, Your Excellency, I know that today we're battling with a very high interest rates. This interest rate is now saying that we should fight inflation. I'm not an economist. I'm just a local businessman. But, Your Excellency, the other countries, why did they jack up interest rates? Because during COVID, the G7 countries pumped money into their economies to the tune of 18.9 trillion. So their economies were over, they were over, they are evaporated with so many things. So there are so much of money chasing few goods. So if you have so much of money chasing fewer goods, it means that everything is going to go up. But, Your Excellency, during COVID, we did not, and I repeat, we did not reflect any economy at all. We didn't do anything. The only thing that we did was sharing of palliatives. I'm not talking about Nigeria now. I'm talking about Africa in general. There's no any African country that can. Maybe some few have actually given lower interest rates. But right now, Your Excellency, at 30%, there's no way anybody can create jobs. If interest rate is 30%, there won't be any job creation because we're actually stifling growth. So interest rate can remain 30, but then no growth will happen unless that interest rate goes down.
Now, I believe you heard what Aliko Dangote said. He is not an economist, but for him to be able to dictate that this particular increment in interest rate will affect businesses goes a long way to show you that the so-called economic experts gathered by Ahmed Bola Tinubu are just morons. I'm telling you the truth. He went as far as saying that this particular interest rate will, lead to high rate of unemployment, and that is what we are experiencing. For somebody like Dangote to come out to make this kind of complaint, it is clear that Nigeria is headed for destruction. And I'm telling you the truth because this government seems to be doing nothing to save the situation. Anyway, guys, I'll stop this video here and allow you to drop your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.